Start the stopwatch. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Legacy Challenge here at Grey Ogre Games, powered by the Power 9 podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Benjamin Huang. And who is standing up right now, trying to signal to the players, you can go, you can go, you can do it. Eugene drawing up his 7, and Conrad. Conrad we saw earlier in the day. Conrad is running the Eldrazi deck.
Yeah, with the
deck name is Totnak Strength.
Totnak Sir.
Totnak Sir. Where
It's Totnak
here, yeah.
But I'm guessing he's making fun of the fact that he's Pinoy.
Exactly.
So he's
the way they
Totnak here. Trying to tell everybody that that's how he that's hilarious.
Eugene is playing the Greed. This deck called Greed is good, which is actually a Buck Delver.
Yeah, it's Grixis. I think it's 4 colors, but it has Dark Confidence.
Okay. Wow, okay. Yeah,
and,
Greed is good.
But no Pyromancers.
Yeah, Vendilion Clay, Abrupt Decay. Yep. So yeah, just a slight variation from the normal 4-color Delver deck that we've seen. Alright, so Eugene looks like he has mulligan down to 6.
Whereas Conrad's keeping his hand.
Yeah. Sometimes the Eldrazi deck can be quite explosive. Yeah, if turn 1 you go off on a few Eldrazi mimics.
I've heard a few complaints about getting Chalice out of the game as well.
Yeah, Chalice for what? Chalice for
1
would be really, really very tough for anybody to beat. But it starts off with Eldrazi Temple and passes the turn over to Eugene with an Underground Sea.
So yeah. Conrad with Kevin, presumably an Eldrazi, but no additional play beyond that.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have the hallmark Totnak Sir next turn. And it looks like Eugene's hand is actually quite land heavy.
Yeah.
He's drawn Deathrite for the turn, but his hand looks to be 3 more lands.
Mm-hmm. And he's actually going to play.
He's going to play a Dismember at the end of turn on his opponent's. Deathrite Shaman. I think if you have Brainstorm here, it's a good way to interact. But I think Eugene in general shouldn't pull the trigger on anything other than a Spell Pierce. Oh no, I meant he should play Spell Pierce, but he shouldn't be playing Brainstorm.
Okay,
that's exactly what he does.
Instead, just lets it hit the
and
dust.
Here we go. Totnak Sir.
Totnak Sir. We need to update the life total. Totnak Sir.
Yeah, they're obviously not updating the live pad. And the hands are going by the phones, but they're not noticing.
Okay, I'm going to.
So, people are like that. So yeah, Eugene presumably gonna Brainstorm to hide some of the cards in his hand from the Totnak here. And he can arguably do that with Yep. Yeah. So Eugene's hand, not fantastic, but not a situation where he can completely blank his opponent's Totnak here as well. And with a Totnak here in play and his hand just a grip full of lands, I don't think
Eugene. Did he just draw the Force of Will?
He drew it off the Brainstorm, but the Force of Will wouldn't have mattered anyway because of the Cavern that's in play.
Right, okay.
So
the Cavern preventing him from...
the Cavern preventing him from... and he's going to be able to grab the Force of Will.
With the Force... there's nothing else in the hand, right?
Nothing at all. I think Eugene put Daze on top of his deck with Delver on top. So he's probably going to play a fetch land and then play the Delver, play a fetch land, use the Daze to flip the Delver, but then shuffle it away after that. But this is quite an anemic hand from Eugene. So he's going to be able to play the Delver.
Then we're going to hit the battlefield and...
pass the turn back. Totnak Sir is
quite a card, man.
Quite a card. And if he follows this up with any kind of pressure...
in the form of
a Reality Smasher or Endbringer.
I think it's
this is Batterskull. And the Daze ironically would have been great against the Batterskull. But And we if anyone gets to get to see all the bad beats that
that
people have to endure on the camera.
God damn it.
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah,
Eugene.
but in Eugene's head, like I think that would have been.
I'm gonna flip double to the days.
He needs to get rid of the battle scout right now, which gonna be a little hard. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be tough for Eugene. He still has a chance if he draws Brainstorm. You know, Brainstorm.
Is there any way for this deck to beat that battle skull? Yeah.
Decay. You can decay the tokens.
Yeah.
And then
that's about it.
You know, when he returns it to his hand, if he's tapped out, you can click it out of his hand. You can outsize it with a Goyf.
But why would you return it to hand?
No, I mean if you decay the token and then he wants to reload the token.
No, just like equip it to your Thought-Knot Seer. That deals now 7 freaking damage. 8 damage.
8
sorry,
damage, yeah.
I'm miscalculating. Battle Skull is +4/+4 by the way.
So I mean,
man, this is gonna be very painful.
Eugene looking at his hand, flipping over a fetch land, but you know, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Conrad already knows about that. Down to 11 viewers. Those of you who are still watching, thank you for your support. I know it's, you know,
LSV went off the stream already, so
okay, so that's why we got some contribution. He does have Wasteland, so Wasteland's gonna be able to take care of Eldrazi Temple.
Nice.
To keep things in check.
Yeah,
But I think Conrad has another Wasteland in his hand, so Conrad is still gonna be able to equip if need be, but there's no real need to. You can just crash in with both of your 4/4s. And because he didn't see Wasteland with the Thought-Knot Seer, he knows that Eugene's draw for the turn was Wasteland.
Yeah.
And you know, so Conrad is gonna be able to crash in with his team again, assuming he doesn't have any other creatures.
Nope. There's gonna be 8 points of damage there.
Putting Eugene to 5. And drawing very, very slim for the rest of the game.
There's a Jace the Mind Sculptor here, but you... Is that a Jace? Sorry, no.
There's no Jaces in this deck.
Sorry, Ancient Tomb.
So yeah, Conrad electing not to play anything else.
I think he could have just played the...
Wasteland?
The Wasteland just to restrict his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't exactly know what his opponent has in his deck, so he could waste on the Underground Sea to put his opponent off, you know.
Any form of like blind.
So I think Eugene is just fishing for information here, trying to play out his turn. He's drawn Bob, and he's going to be able to trade for... Well, if Conrad allows him, you know, if he doubles up, he equips the Battle Skull to his Thought-Knot Seer. It's gonna be quite hard for Eugene to trade for it.
Even if he doesn't, like, you're trading 2 creatures for that 1 plus a card.
Because a card back, so you know the card could be Abrupt Decay,
useful,
and decay on the token, and then Conrad stumbles from there.
Conrad doesn't have any. Yeah, he has enough mana to equip the Battle Skull, yeah? So he just swings in with the Battle Skull.
Yeah, just the Battle Skull. Pretty heads up, you know, knowing that his opponent is going to trade anyway, so he's just going to take the easy 2-for-1 that's in front of him.
Yeah.
And not opening himself up to a possible dismember on his opponent's end on his Thought-Knot Seer to get 2-for-1 off his own.
What does Conrad have in hand though? It seems that he's got a lot of lands also, as well.
Yeah.
Just like Eugene, yeah. So these guys are working off like very
unfortunately, Conrad is the one that has the recursive 5 mana 4/4
with
lifelink
and vigilance.
So that's a little bit better than it's a little bit better than. So he's just gonna jump.
Okay.
So hoping that the Bob draws him into something that's.
I believe he's supposed to gain 4 life, right? Not 2.
Yeah, I think.
Am I not wrong? Battle Skull should be a 4/4, right?
Yeah, I think anyway. Conrad is just. It's gonna go. Oh, that's a good way. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Gonna go to 4.
How big would the Tamagotchi be? 1, 2, 3.
They're just lands and creatures. Yeah. Land creature instant.
That's an instant.
So it's a 3/4. Still falls to the Battle Skull.
To either of them. But
if you can add any. Oh, so here's a gang block, a possible gang block scenario. Okay.
Alright, so he's gonna play a series of traitors.
He's gonna play a series of traitors with the Eye of Ugin active.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana.
Yeah, he's gonna play Endless one.
Yeah, that's a huge Endless one, by the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, big.
So he's gonna be able to attack with his Battle Skull. He's gonna force a chump. Presumably from the Death Ride or the Bob. Yeah, in case Eugene is worried about getting killed by his own Force of Wills. Yeah.
I think it's you have to try to find a way to get rid of your Bob. Yeah, just puts it under the bus, gains him 4 life, and passes the turn. We actually need to change that life discrepancy. Yeah.
Yeah. What card is in the graveyard? What changed? Why is the Goy for 4? It's land creature instant, right?
Was there a sorcery plate? No,
I don't think so. Let me go rectify that.
Yeah. Can you change the life totals as well?
Okay, how much more?
Yeah. Just one more on Conrad's side. So yeah. Things like this, if you're watching, if you're a judge and you're watching, right, you have to you'd have to correct some discrepancies there. Especially like the life total. Yeah. So yeah, Ben's going to check what's in the graveyard that is making the Goyf a 4/5, but it's just a 3/4. And Conrad's going to draw. He draws okay, very useful card. Gonna cast an Eldrazi Mimic here for free and swing in with the entire team, and that'll be the game for Eugene. Yeah. So yeah, just
time it took me to walk back.
Just
the things that I needed to correct did not get corrected.
Well, no, it did get corrected. It was we saw the Tarmogoyf go down to
which I think this then gave Conrad the go ahead to
like I'm gonna just swing. No, but was there.
We were correct. There weren't any sorceries or anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So only instants, lands, and creatures. Anyway, let's go to the sideboard. We've seen Conrad's sideboard before. Let's talk about Eugene's sideboard first. 2 red elemental blast, 2 pithing needle,
not great.
2 surgical extraction,
not great.
Not good. Ancient grudge,
not great.
Invasive surgery,
not great.
No. Winter orb, which maybe. Golgari Charm,
maybe.
Krosan Grip.
Krosan Grip is okay because one of the ways that Conrad's gonna win is by
Chalice of the Void for 2 on turn 1. Krosan Grip,
Flusterstorm, no.
Flusterstorm maybe, but I think it's better off having the Force of Wills in your deck. Duress, Dismember, and Fogbolt.
You bring Flusterstorm in against, man. There's the only instance in his deck Warping Whale and Dismember.
Oh right. I keep forgetting that Flusterstorm only deals with instants and sorceries.
Oh yeah, okay, it's not Spell Pierce. Yeah.
Yep.
So 1 Dismember in, maybe 1 Krosan Grip, maybe 1 Golgari Charm. If Eugene thinks that it's going to be a gang block fest.
Yeah, and the Golgari Charm also can get rid of the Chalice of the Void. Yeah. I believe so. Let me go and double check that. I believe it targets artifacts as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
just enchantments?
I could be wrong.
Is it just enchantments? Destroy target enchantment. My bad. So it only deals with any enchantments. He could bring in the Golgari Charm in response to the Eldrazi Mimic triggers. You never know.
It seems so marginal.
Alright, so let's take a look at Duncan's.
I think the Ratchet Bombs in this matchup are good.
Will be good, yeah. Just take up the Ratchet Bomb to 1.
No Leyline. No Leyline Helm combo.
That's always fun, man. Like turn 1, you could go off on like a Leyline.
You can probably brought in the Thorns because there's so many cantrips in Eugene's deck.
Yeah, that would prevent him from just going off on trying to draw more and more cards. Especially very good against Force of Wills. This adds, I think.
But now that I look at like Eugene's Conrad's main deck, I don't see anything that would take out for a
Ratchet Bombs.
For a Thorn.
For the Thorn.
Ratchet Bombs are easy enough. I think you can cut a couple of Eldrazi Mimics if you want.
You might even...
Or, maybe the Endbringer is too high. But for the rest of this, the deck is pretty well set up against a deck like Eugene's. He has a Warping Wheel to get rid of all the 1 toughness guys. Surprise, surprise, Eugene has...
He's already got 2 Ton of Amethyst.
Yeah, 1 toughness and 1 power. He kills almost everything, and he kills probably everything in Eugene's deck.
Yeah,
He's a Jit, which is amazing against a creature deck.
Exactly.
He has a Batterskull.
Maybe he might want to take out the Warping Wheel, but it also can get rid of...
he gets rid of everything in Eugene's deck.
Oh yeah, 1 toughness or
1 power.
1 power. Goodness gracious. Okay. So while the players are shuffling up, I should remind you that we do other shows besides the weekends. The weekends are usually special tournaments, but we have our regular tournaments every Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Standard, modern, and vintage, respectively. And if you want to keep updated for the weekend tournaments, which we do have once in a while, just follow our Facebook. The details are in the description below. It's in the channel profile page. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining us here at the Legacy Challenge at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Benjamin Huang.
Hello.
Otherwise known as Jimmy. I'm just going to call you Jimmy from now on. Is there like
it's going to be confusing.
Yep.
Yeah, but at least if I'm Jimmy and people complain about me talking about the way they play, they just blame it on Jimmy. They'll come into the store and they'll be like, hey, you know that guy that you have on Jimmy? Then I'm like, F Jimmy, man. Jimmy's an asshole,
Get him on the stream. Yeah. Okay, we'll get
Jimmy never plays.
We'll replace Jimmy with Benjamin.
Yeah. Then I'll be the nice guy like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Also, that comment is eating you. Well, he ate me that night. I was like thinking
about this doesn't eat me. I'm just being funny. There's Ancient Grudge that Eugene's brought in, which is interesting. I can see the merits of that. Good against Thorns, good against Chalice of the Void. Great against GTA or Batterskull. But Eugene with no lands, it's going to be a mulligan for him. Okay, and Conrad's hand is pretty solid.
Yeah, he's got he's
got all the mana to do what he wants,
Wow.
And presumably he's
a sweet hand.
He's got Urborg, Cavern of Souls, I think an Eye of Ugin.
Yep.
And the rest of which he's decided to hide from us.
Yeah, we don't see the Taknax here.
Totnaxer. So good. yeah. We have to congratulate him on his deck name. Yeah. Okay. You're actually changing it. That's good.
Yeah. I'm going to change it to Totnaxer. Totnaxer.
Sir. For those of you who aren't from this region, the Filipinos, they do a lot of middle management. Like they're often managers in like fast food restaurants and stuff like that. So they're used to calling people sir, in that kind of way. So it is a bit of a joke.
Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah, tongue in cheek. Everyone's having a bit of fun. So Eugene leading off with Delver and Daze. Pretty good for 6-card hand. Getting a bit of tempo going. Delver not flipping because Eugene scryed probably a land or a creature.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is just...
that's aggressive. Yeah. But yeah, all non-basics on a Totnaxers. So playing a regular Urborg,
and just
he's gonna be able to trigger. Flipping to a lightning bolt, very nice.
Wow. Okay.
And a good start for Eugene on 4 cards. On 6 cards, sorry.
It's going to be representing a very fast clock, if
he has a death right to follow up, I think this turn is excellent. Mm-hmm. But leading with the fetch land, meaning that there's no death right to follow it up, and I think Conrad is going to be able to play at least something into this open mana. Grim Monolith seems to be the play.
Will he? What? Okay. Anyway, he's just going to pass it. He's just going to pass the turn. Does he have... he's got his Totnax here, but without the other lands.
So ask Cass where the cards that he passed are. Or check with Mark.
So we see an Endbringer, a Totnax here in hand for Dungan, but he's got to wait 1 or 2 turns just to be able to go off on that.
So he's fetching at end of turn, I'm assuming, or in response to the Monolith?
No, he's fetching at
end of turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing major here, I think.
Haven't seen anything in Eugene's hand. Brainstorm. He's going
to cast a Brainstorm end of turn.
Okay.
Which I don't like, but sometimes you
Yeah, okay. So the only thing I really know about Legacy is that you cast Brainstorm doing a main phase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know stuff, man. So yeah, Eugene, I think just looking for another land so that he can cast his brand new Goyf that he saw.
I think you cast Bob. So if you're gonna cast Bob, then you cast.
Is that a Bob? Okay.
Yeah. Then you put the bolt second from top so that you can flip at least a 1 spell to as opposed to
damage, right? But he doesn't have his other lands. So that.
And Conrad already knows about the bolt, so he's not giving away any information by putting the bolt second from the top, and it means that a Thought-Knot Seer is not going to see the bolt. But it could be that Eugene wants to play a Goyf anyway, and all this discussion is moot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're just going to swing in for 3. Is
13.
the Goyf going to be big enough? That's the thing. There's instants and lands, and that's about it.
Yeah, instants, lands, and creatures.
Yeah.
And Eldrazi is a card type, right?
No, Eldrazi is not a card type. Hey, come on, man. Tribal instant is a card type, though.
Oh, so this is going to be problematic for Eugene if his opponent does have a Goyf. I think it's easy Bob here. I don't know what.
Yeah, the Bob. Yeah, it should be. Now that I see it, it should be a Dark Confidant. At least if he's going to strip you.
Thinking about going with the Goyf.
If he strips you of 1 card from your hand, it's okay. Then you still have.
You're gonna be able to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why
the cost of life, which is okay.
Yeah, but which is why
3 each turn.
Oh, it goes with the Bob, the Goyf.
The Goyf, okay. So the Goyf is a 3/4. But unbeknownst to him, or actually maybe beknownst to him, he is gonna see a Thought-Knot Seer next turn.
Yeah, I think here Conrad is thinking about which land to play.
So he plays the
plays Cavern of Souls.
That's gonna give protection from everything, but it's gonna stifle him when he tries to tap.
I think he's going to try and
cast the Endbringer. I think that would be a nice.
Yeah, off his Grim Monolith, which is pretty good. Or he's thinking about leaving mana up to Warping Wheel doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Warping Wheel kind of stuck.
Yeah, not a lot of options for Conrad here. But if you're the Thought-Knot Seer, you just lead off on it, right? Because then everything else you can play around once you know what's in his hand.
Oh, okay, so he opts to cast
going into Batterskull instead.
Batterskull, alright. Keeps the wasteland up. I think if he wants to
waste his opponent here,
he should do it.
He's got such a dearth. He's such a plenitude of lands.
Decides not to,
Eugene, he's gonna get rewarded for it because Eugene played his game assuming that he was gonna get Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer.
I think at this point in time, Eugene should either. What did he just draw?
He drew the Deathrite.
Okay.
I
think
this
he
is
just cast the Bob.
Ineffective use of his mana, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't like this.
Deathrite Shaman.
But I can see why this is the way he would choose to play it.
Oh, okay. So he's still got 5 mana now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he's got 4. But he can tap it for black instead. He's tapping it for black to play the Thought-Knot. Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer.
So if the Urborg actually keep making sure that he doesn't lose too much life.
And the Wasteland providing the colorless mana you need to cast Eldrazi spells. And he's gonna see his opponent's hand and realize that there isn't much to get in his way.
Just take away the lightning bolt. I think should be
interesting.
Should be fine, right?
I think it's either the Goyf or the bolt. It's too late for Confidant now.
And Confidant,
so
I think take away the bolt because that's the only thing that will really stop you. Even a Goyf.
I can see your argument. He takes the Goyf.
The bolt, okay. So right now the bolt's not castable unless
off
he
the
activates
Deathrite. So he attacks with the Batterskull, goes up to 14.
Gain him a bit more life. That would be nice. That's nice.
Yeah. And it's going to be hard for Eugene to race in this situation because even if he does have any kind of removal for the Batterskull's going to be able to go onto the Thought-Knot Seer.
Yeah.
And without any...
Which I think he will just do next turn, It doesn't matter.
If he has Dismember.
If
he has Dismember.
He's got Dismember, then it's going to be a bit troublesome. Oh.
And you see that Conrad's hand is actually really stacked. He has Reality Smasher and a
I didn't see the Reality Smasher.
And a Chalice of the Void.
I thought it was an Endbringer, not a Reality
They
Smasher.
all kind of look the same, but I
all them Eldrazi look the same.
That's racism, man. That's racism.
What are you trying to imply here, boy?
So finally playing the Bob. Leaving mana open to cast Lightning Bolt, I presume.
Mm-hmm. He still got his land drop.
Oh no, so that's his land. That's the card he drew. Underground Sea, nice FBB Underground Sea. Unfortunately, doesn't make red mana. And with Warping Whale in his hand, Conrad is set to ruin any of Eugene's shenanigans involving gang blocking. So this is going to be difficult. I think Conrad should just attack anyway. And when they double up, you can remove one of them from play. Does unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you are, is Warping Whale is it a tribal instant?
No, it's an instant.
It's just an instant.
So
it doesn't contribute to the Goyf.
No.
Okay, so I think he's in the clear.
Yeah.
I think he can. If he thinks this turn through, he'll realize that attacking with both first, with the option for the blowout, is probably the best case scenario.
Would you be worried if... No, there's no worry about days as well, because you got mana for days, man.
Yeah, you got literally mana for days.
You got mana for days.
So he's going to attack with both his creatures.
Okay, so he's just going to swing with both
very
creatures.
good, very smart call from Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
And Eugene is in a tough spot here.
Does he choose... Okay, so, in this situation, let's just say, you don't think your opponent has any removal. Would you double block the Thought Knots here or the
I think you double block the Thought Knots, so it gives you another card, so that it gives you more shots at drawing a Batterskull, the K for the Batterskull or Dismember. But it's you're caught in between a rock and a hard place, right?
Yep. I definitely would choose the Thought Knots here because even if the Batterskull token does die, or it decides to take all 8 damage.
It all.
If the Batterskull token dies,
he's gonna be able to play another Thought Knotser.
Ouch, man, this is very painful. He opts not to take any damage.
And he's gonna play the Lightning Bolt that's in his hand.
Yep. Just gonna fire it off at Duncan's face.
Going to 12. Yeah.
Passes off the turn. Let's see what does the Bob reveal. 1 damage. That's okay. That'll be nice.
That'd be nice. Gain 1 life. Best card ever. Like 2 mana Sorin. Well, reverse Sorin.
Even Sorin doesn't do that. God damn.
Sorin doesn't do that.
Dark does that.
Very hard for him to attack. I think he did draw a Force of Will off the next card down was a Force
of Will.
Which he saved himself 5 life from the Bob. Yeah. Had he accidentally killed one of those Thought Knot Seals and then he had to flip for the Bob, he would have died.
Man, yeah,
but I think drawing pretty thin here.
He's got the
gang blocks are gonna probably be the only way out of this situation, and we know that he still has that Warping Wheel in his hand.
Yeah, so this is gonna be very, very precarious for Eugene. Yeah.
Conrad's game,
Yeah, it's Conrad's game to lose right now.
Yeah, definitely Conrad's game to lose. Mark Tan,
what brings you here?
Yes, you can.
Yes, because
when it enters the battlefield.
Yeah, so but can you erupt decay the enemy before the creature comes to play?
Yeah, you can.
So that creature don't have to play.
Yeah, this
interesting question.
There's a trigger. It says when put the trigger on the stack, you just decay. So then there's a clause, right? If it's on the battlefield.
Yeah. So there's an intervening if.
Doesn't come to play. Because the enemy then has to be on the battlefield when the trigger resolves.
So it's an intervening if, which means that you check during the when the trigger's on the stack and when the trigger resolves.
So here we have
Judge Talk.
Here we have Reality Smasher getting in with your team.
Wow, I forgot about the Reality Smasher.
All my creatures are 4/4 or bigger, and you have 1/2s and 2/1s on your side of the board. So not a fair game.
Yeah,
definitely not great position for Eugene. He's gonna have to sacrifice a lot of his board to get any kind of equity out of this scenario.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think you can
with
get rid
the
of
trample on the Reality Smasher.
It's a lot of damage. I think you
he's
need
not
to get rid of the
obliged to
Rub.
point out. Oh, he stopped attacking with the Delver, so he has a little bit more toughness and a little bit more power to be able to trade off with the board.
So you can actually so using those two, you can get rid of the Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
I think you use the Goyf and the Bob to get rid of the
and the Bob chumps the Batterskull.
Yeah.
So you take 5 and go to 1.
Yep.
And hope that the cards that you draw are good enough.
I don't know. I think you
Seers.
should get rid of the Thought Knots.
He is getting rid of Thought Knots. The Smasher.
The Smasher, yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Because the Smasher, the thing about the Smasher is that it's got Trample. So what if you draw 2 extra cards?
Sure.
You know, how are you going to get rid of the Smasher?
Yeah, as we know, he doesn't have anything at all on the sideboard.
Does he have Dismember?
He does have Dismember. He's going to be able to cast it he's going to be able to cast it, but then he's still losing to the Batterskull that's on board, right? Because this is gonna wipe his board.
So yeah, the Smasher is going to come in for 5 points of damage. He's going to get rid of the Tarmogoyf here. Which
he's gonna go to 3 because he's gonna eat his own creatures with the eat a creature.
Okay, right, both.
Yeah. So yeah, Conrad, they're resolving combat. They're both gonna.
So he gets to draw 1 card. He gets to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
What's better than 1 card? He gets another card, which hopefully if he draws the Dismember, he can get rid of the.
Get rid of the Reality Smasher.
Reality Smasher, yeah, because you got to discard another card to the
Reality
Smasher.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
down to 3.
Not out of the woods yet. Not completely in the clear, but really, really, really under the gun. Eugene
right
trying his best.
Brainstorm
in his hand. Not sure.
I think
that would be a good scenario for Golgari Charm. You have regenerated all his creatures. Yeah. But it's so marginal. But I guess there's not much else that you want to board anyway. Like Force of Will is so bad against like Cavern of Souls. You draw Force of Will, like, oh lord. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you took out the Force of Wills, like what could you bring in? You'd have
you could have the Croissant Grips, Golgari Charm, Dismember.
Golgari Charm here looks
Ancient Grudge
looks better.
Like Winter Orb's okay. Winter Orb's okay, but yeah, I guess Force of Will is still decent. Like there's a chance that you might
get some value out of it.
Unfortunately, I think Eugene is drawing pretty thin.
He's got to put back the Force of Will. What's that? Okay, so there's a Delver. But Delver's not going to help much now. He needs. Yeah.
Yep, and that's the game.
The handshake is extended, and Conrad takes the game quite niftily, I might say. All right. So thanks for joining us. You've been watching the Legacy Challenge here at Grey Ogre Games. Is the side table done?
Yeah. Let's go and see if we can get another match on camera.
We're going to try to get another match in. But yeah. Hi, Conrad. So he's into the top 8 right now. While we are trying to find a new match to feature, or we might go to a replay, I'd like to remind you of all the other shows that we do. On Tuesday nights, we have the SCG Game Nights, which is our weekly standard tournament. On Wednesday nights, we have More Than Modern, which is, as the name suggests, it's our modern tournament. And on Thursday nights, we have Throwback Thursdays, which is our vintage. Usually it's Throwback Tuesday. No, we're changing it to Throwback Thursday. And on the weekends, sometimes we have tournaments, and if you want to keep yourself updated, make sure you follow us on Facebook. The links are in the description below. And if you want to watch all the previous broadcasts that we do, you can find us on YouTube. Yeah, okay? Alright, so it's game 3. Okay, so we're just going to go to a replay right now. Finally, last but not least, you should support our partners, the Power 9 podcast, of which I am one of the hosts. And yeah, every week we talk about like goofy stuff, and this week something a little bit more serious, MTG addiction or gaming addiction in general. We interviewed Mr. James Su, who wrote the book MTG Addiction. Magic the Addiction, right? That's the book. So yeah, we're gonna go to a replay of one of our weekday tournaments, so don't you go away. We'll be right back with round 6.